Hey guys, welcome to another ranking, and here's my ranking of all the Nintendo consoles. Yes, all 12? I think I got all of them. If I didn't get all of them, I got all the important ones, which is all that fucking matters and stuff. Yeah, these are, the home consoles and the handheld consoles of Nintendo and stuff. And there's two gaming systems I'm always loyal to, and that is PlayStation and Nintendo. As you can clearly tell, yes. Despite what this shirt actually says, I am not a game master, but I love Nintendo, love the Nintendo series, and all the amazing games that it's created. So I thought I'd do a ranking of my personal, ranking all the Nintendo consoles in my personal opinion from my least favorite to my favorite. It's all subjective. Just please, just really think about it, because I know a lot of people are like, why is this one on number 10 or 11? It should be number 2. What the fuck are you doing on the internet? You don't know anything. It's true, but I'm still going to do this ranking. Number 12 is the Wii U, which came out in 2012, which I call it the PU. It's like the Wii, but shittier. It's like handheld Wii. Yeah, it's shit. It's crap. To be honest, I've never played the Wii U. I had a Wii, but never upgraded to a Wii U. I went right to the Switch after, so I could give two fucks about the Wii U. And everyone that's told me they've hated it, and it's the console that just there's no point to just stick with the Nintendo Wii. And even to this day, people don't give two rats' asses about the Wii U, so that's all I got to say about that. Number 11 is the Game Boy Color. 1998, this handheld came out, the Game Boy Color, and not too much of an upgrade for the Game Boy. It solved a couple issues that the Game Boy was having. But at least the Game Boy was an impactful thing. Game Boy Color just adds, you can get a Game Boy, but with different colors. That's pretty awesome, right? I guess there's a couple, cool Pokemon games and Mario and Zelda games you can play for the Game Boy Color, which is all great and stuff. I remember playing off my brother's Game Boy Color back in the 90s. I didn't personally have one. I don't know, I guess I wasn't hip enough to have a Game Boy Color back in the 90s and stuff, but I was still rocking my PS1, so I was happy with that. Number 10 is the Game Boy Advance, which came out in 2001. And again, I never personally owned a Game Boy Advance, but my brother did. He was a diehard Nintendo guy, so every time the new Game Boy came out, he always had it. And when I was good, for about 10 minutes a day, I could play a game on the Game Boy Color or the Game Boy Advance. And it was enjoyable. It was a lot more of a step up from the Game Boy and Game Boy Color and just Game Boy in general. So Game Boy Advance, I remember fond memories of. I don't remember amazing memories of, but still fond memories nonetheless. So Game Boy Advance. Number 9 is the Nintendo DS. The Nintendo DS was something really interesting and pretty innovating. The way they did its handheld was very it was very original, and it was really cool how you could play games on the Nintendo DS. And I just remember having a lot of fun playing a lot of cool Zelda games, because when I had Game Boys, I mostly rocked just Mario and Zelda. That's really all I ever used Game Boy for, so those were cool and all, and I remember rocking Zelda on the fucking Game Boy DS and Nintendo DS, and it was awesome. Number 8 is the original Game Boy, 1989. This is great because this is like the beginning of Game Boy, and as much as it has issues, it's this big block, and it was terrible when light hit it and shit. Like, it had a lot of issues, but it's the first. It's groundbreaking what they did with this, handhold portable game system you can carry around. And when it came out, people were just blown away by it. Like, oh my god, you're saying I can play video games away from my house? That's just brilliant. What kind of weird scientific world we live in? But it was great. I remember owning a Game Boy when I was a young kid. Like, even back in the day when Game Boy Color was a thing, I was playing on the original Game Boy and stuff. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so cool. Wait a minute, these people have color Game Boys. I thought I was cool with this big brick thing. But I have to give a lot of respect for Game Boy, and it was the first, so it gives a lot of respect from me. Number 7 is the SNES, which came out in 1990, and I rocked the shit out of this playing my old school Mario games, especially Super Mario Brothers 2 and stuff, and finding out about that stupid piece of shit ending. It was all a dream and shit like that. But rocking some old school NHL games on the SNES was awesome. It was really good. It was a lot like the NES, just a lot more of an upgrade and stuff, and again, I also rocked, like, Metroid and shit like that. So it was a lot of fun, the NES, but it was almost like NES, but like kind of like 1.5, not quite a 2.0, but like a 1.5. So yeah. Number 6 is the Nintendo 3DS, which came out in 2011. This is a terrific handheld gaming system. Really fucking cool. Some of the best Zelda games came out for this fucking handheld. It was kick-ass. I think the Nintendo 3DS is probably one of my favorite, like, handheld devices, if you include, like, the Switch and stuff. But the Switch, and one of, like, my favorites, like, I know PlayStation came out with some handhelds, like the PSP and the Vita, and I owned those and tried those out, but I was never, like, a ginormous PSP or PS Vita. When I came to, like, handheld consoles, I was more Nintendo. Mostly with the 3DS, the Game Boy, and the Switch, of course. I don't know. Just PlayStation was mostly better with its home consoles, like the PS1, 2, 3, and 4, now the 5. But I loved the 3DS, and for years I thought it was one of the best handhelds until, the one I'm getting to. Number 5 is the GameCube. The GameCube is kick-ass. Great fucking games. I remember playing Spawn on the GameCube and shit like that. It's an old school Smash Brothers, Kirby, a lot of awesome, really fucking cool games. Old school Mario games, Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, and shit like that. I played that for that and another console I'll be talking about. But GameCube was great. It was this really cool, like, little console that very easy to carry around. It wasn't like this big bulky thing like the PlayStation 2 during the time PS2 came out. It was a lot more bulkier and shit, even though PS2 is the greatest console ever made. But GameCube was a lot more efficient moving wise and stuff, and yeah, I really enjoy the GameCube. Number 4 is the Wii. The Wii is terrific. I love rocking Wii Sports and, like, Super Mario Galaxy and shit like that. Like, those were amazing and stuff. And the Wii was, again, it was something very innovative and very original. And people can, like, almost like an exercise, but playing video games, and something the whole family can join and do something fun with. Like, you're playing sports on your TV and stuff like that. And you're almost like being part of the video game playing the Wii and stuff. And it was a very interesting experience. And of course, right after the Wii, like, PlayStation, Xbox were like, we gotta get on board with this. So then, like, Xbox, what the fuck was it called? Xbox Live? Or I don't know what the fuck it was called. I never really had an Xbox, but the PlayStation Move was, like, the thing that came out. Like, hey, Wii's doing this, so now the PlayStation's gotta do it. Then Xbox Connect, is it called Xbox Connect? Again, didn't have a lot of Xboxes. I was a Nintendo, PlayStation guy, but the Wii was something absolutely terrific, and it's one of my favorites. Number 3 is the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System that came out in 1983. This is truly groundbreaking. This is what started Nintendo out. Like, okay, yeah, they had something before that, but this is what really started them out, the Nintendo Entertainment System. This put them on the map. This is their Godfather. This is their Fellowship of the Ring, their Star Wars New Hope. Like, this is what started it all. And it was a bang. It was a hit. It was something truly remarkable. It would change gaming forever. That's all thanks to the Nintendo Entertainment System. And I loved it as a kid. Loved it. Number 2 is the Nintendo 64. 1996 is Nintendo 64. This one, I think I played the most of. The 64 is my childhood. Like, if we're talking about consoles that is, like, straight childhood, like, I had a lot of these consoles as a kid, but the ones that are, like, pure childhood, N64, PS1, PS2, the three biggest consoles I played the most as a kid. PS1, PS2, Nintendo 64. I love, and I cannot praise the Nintendo 64 enough. Like, it's incredible. The games that came out for the N64, GoldenEye, Star Fox 64, Mario 64, Super Smash Brothers, Mario Kart 64, so many games. A lot of amazing, incredible games I played on the Nintendo 64, and it's incredible. It's one of the best consoles ever made, and it's my second favorite. It's shocking what my number one is, but my number one's amazing. Yeah, and I'll just get to it. My number one is the new 2017 Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch is truly amazing. It's one of my favorite systems of all time now. I always thought the N64 was the best, but the Switch, I go back and forth now. Like tomorrow I might be like, nah, N64 is better than the Switch. But now I'm thinking, like, no, Switch is better. I'm going back and forth with these ones. So today it's the Switch. Tomorrow might be the N64. But the Switch is incredible. It's handheld, but also a home console. You can play on the TV and stuff. It's the best of both worlds. That's why I love it so much. You can take it on the road with you and do handheld gaming, and then you can also put it in its little thingamajig and then play it on the TV and shit like that. It's everything. It's the Wii, it's the Game Boy, but it's also N64 and all these other great Nintendo products. And just the games that came out are amazing. Hades, or the Ori games, the Mario games that came out, like Smash Brothers Ultimate, Super Mario Party, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, a lot of great ones. Super Mario Maker 2, Breath of the Wild, like, just a lot of great games that came out for the Switch. It's just incredible, and it's an incredible system, and it's going down as one of my favorite consoles of all time, and just fucking love Nintendo. And thank you so much for giving us the Switch. So that was my ranking of all the Nintendo consoles, in my opinion, from my least favorite to my favorite. So in the comment section below, please tell me, what is your ranking of all the Nintendo consoles? And if you haven't played all the consoles, or haven't played at least most of them, just give me your favorite and your least favorite Nintendo console. Comment below, let me know. And as always, for this video, please subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.